If you do a search right now for how to create a YouTube channel in 2023, you are going to see over 1 billion search results. So clearly, there is a lot of information out there on how to start a YouTube channel. And perhaps you are interested and you're ready to start a YouTube channel, but overwhelmed with all of the information out there. Now, I think it's okay to say that, okay, how to start. But what happens is, I don't want you to just start a YouTube channel, because then what's happening is you're setting yourself up for one more thing to do in this new year that you may or may not continue with. And that's just going to make you feel bad if you don't actually continue with your YouTube channel and get some quality returns on it. So what I really wanted to talk about today was not just how to start a YouTube channel in 2023, but also how to get some returns, how to make money from your YouTube channel from day one. And in order to start that channel and continue with it and make money from it, you're going to need a plan. And I'm going to share with you my YouTube Playbook today, which is going to give you that specific and very, very strategic plan. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Salma Jafri. I'm a YouTube coach that helps entrepreneurs grow their visibility, credibility, and profitability with YouTube. So if that is what you want to learn, hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon, and let's begin. Now, as I show you how to create money from day one from your channel, I want to show you how I make money from my channel. So you can see that this is real and it's authentic. So how I made money from my YouTube channel in 2022 was a couple of different income sources. So you can see here that the largest chunk, 45.5% of my money from my channel, came from my coaching program called YouTube Intensive, where I take a group of entrepreneurs and coach them on the fundamentals of how to start a YouTube channel and make money from that YouTube channel. My second major income source from my YouTube channel was course sales. So I have a course called YouTube Launchpad, which accounted for 22.7% of my income last year. The third biggest category is brand deals, and I made 18.2% of my income from working with brands and making sponsored videos. Next up is 9.1% from affiliate marketing and paid workshops that I did. And finally, the smallest chunk is AdSense. That's 4.5% from the money that YouTube gives me for running ads on my YouTube videos. So that will give you a nice little breakdown of the different ways that it's possible to make money from your YouTube channel. I'm not saying start with all of these. This is not what my graph looked like when I first started. It was very different, and I was making just a couple of dollars initially. But the minute you start to make money from your YouTube channel, that clues you in that it is possible. And then from there on, it's just a game of scaling and growing, right? So I want to really get you clarity on the different ways that you can plan out how you want to eventually start making money and put that plan into action very, very intentionally, and not just like after 2 years of creating videos, you're like, I don't know what to do, how to monetize this, right? So let's get that plan going for you right now. So the first thing I want you to see is my YouTube income model, and it's divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 is going to be your research phase. Phase 2 is going to be the stuff you do on YouTube. So it's actually called the YouTube phase. And phase 3 is going to be off YouTube. It could be direct messaging, could be email, which is one of my favorite ways to actually grow your channel as well as your business. So I'm going to take you through all of these phases step by step. And let's pause here for a second. I do want you to know that all of the information that I'm going to be sharing on screen today is going to be available in a download worksheet form for you. It's called the YouTube Playbook. And I have put this playbook together, and you can download this. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you exactly where to go to download this playbook so that you can work on your channel strategy by yourself as you watch this video. So in phase 1 of research, you want to ask yourself 3 questions. Question number 1 is, what do I want to sell? Question number 2 is, who will buy this? And question number 3 is, what content will attract them? So I have done this exercise as an example for you to show you how you can do this exercise for your channel. So in part 1, which is in question 1, which is what do I want to sell? You could sell a digital product like an online course. You could sell a service like a coaching program or one-to-one consulting sessions. You could sell something passive income, and you could make affiliate sales, or you could earn money from YouTube AdSense. These are all legit ways to earn money from your YouTube channel. If you're concerned about, well, you don't know which one to start with, and I would recommend the second one. A service is the easiest way to actually get started because you're teaching something, you're educating people something. It's really easy and it requires very little upfront money to actually offer a service. You can just get on a Zoom call and guide people through a strategy or a consulting session. So if you're, thinking about which one should I start with, I would say the easiest one to start with is a service, and you can probably charge the most for that. So if I were to say the easiest as well as the highest earner, it would be the second one. Okay, the next thing you want to do is identify who will buy this. Now, what typically happens is when people do this exercise, they start to think of all the people who they want to cater to, all the people who could potentially buy this. And that is going to land you into trouble. Okay, what you actually want to do is focus on one person. Why? Because when you try to sell to everybody, you're going to appeal to no one. And when you focus on one person, you're going to attract many, many people. Okay, so what you want to do is focus on one person who would be the ideal person who you want to package all the content of your YouTube channel and who would buy that service or that product from you. So let's do it with an example. So identify one person. It could be a young mom struggling to find time to cook daily meals. That's an example of one person specifically. Another example could be a solopreneur wanting to make a YouTube income from YouTube. Wanting to make a full-time income from YouTube. Now, as you identify this one person, make sure you make it very specific and you also make it very problem-oriented. So in this example, I wrote a young mom, but I also wrote her struggle. Like she's struggling to find time to cook daily meals for her family. So you want to identify the person and identify the biggest challenge that they are facing that you want to solve. Okay, that is key. The next thing is what content will attract them. Now, let's first talk about style and format. So you could think about, for a young mom, maybe I could do recipe videos filmed in real time so that I can actually show what the cooking time is for certain meals. So that young mom will know exactly how much time she needs to allocate to cook these healthy meals. That could be one style and format that you could decide upon. And for the solopreneur, maybe you could do a point of view content, sharing my journey to $10,000 months with YouTube. That could be the style and format that will identifying this will help you get your voice and your messaging aligned with the kind of content that you want to actually start creating. The next step in this process is once you have your voice and your messaging dialed in, you want to actually think about video topics. Now, I have a really great exercise that you can do for that. It is called my problem solution matrix. You have to do this exercise. It is so easy and so valuable to get your channel off to a great start and to understand exactly how to create video topics that will appeal to that one person who you've identified. So on the left side, you want to list down 3 problems. You could do more, you could do less, but 3 I find is like a great starting point. Identify 3 problems that your ideal person is facing. So in this case, for the young mom, I've identified she's not sure what is healthy for her family and what isn't. She doesn't have a cooking schedule that allows her to cook fast while also cooking nutritious food. And she doesn't know how to get her whole family to eat the home-cooked meals. So let's say those are the 3 problems. Now, on the solution side, you just simply flip the problems into playlists. Now, on YouTube, playlists are really just a bunch of videos grouped together under a specific problem that you want to solve. So one playlist will have many, many, many videos inside that. So there are lots of different perspectives with which you will be solving that problem. So you take the problem and identify what the solution is, put in some keywords and call it a playlist. So for the first one, if moms aren't sure what's healthy, the playlist becomes how to always choose healthy ingredients to cook with. You can see there's keywords in there, and you can add in a description to your playlist to make it even more keyword rich. And playlists, by the way, show up in search results. So this is a really good exercise to do on its own as well. And so I have 2 more playlists, Mom's Menu Planner and Got Fussy Eaters, Stop the Struggle and Make Eating Fun for Your Family. These are just examples based on the problems that we identified in the left column. Okay, so once you have your problem solution matrix, what you want to do is take each playlist and then identify 10 video topics. So let's take the first one, how to always choose healthy ingredients to cook with. right? That's our playlist. Now, 10 topics are going to live inside this playlist. So what's happening here is that you're identifying the type of content that you could create that somebody would binge watch if their problem was, I don't know how to cook. I don't know what healthy ingredients to cook with. Like, I'm not really sure, is this healthy for my family or is that healthy or what, And I literally did this exercise yesterday, just brainstormed and came up with 10 topics. But if you get stuck, you simply go to YouTube and type in how to cook healthy meals for your family or how to choose healthy ingredients to cook with, and look at the videos and you're going to get a ton of ideas that way. Okay, so I wrote down these 10 topics: grocery haul videos, what to buy at the supermarket, how to read ingredient labels, just logical stuff that should go into when you're trying to solve that particular problem. So at the end of this exercise, after you have filled out the problem solution matrix and written down 10 topics for those 3 playlists, you're going to have 30 video topics, right? 10 for each playlist. 30 video topics means that is an excellent starting point to get your first or your next 1,000 subscribers. And our goal with your first 30 video topics is going to be to get your first or your next 1,000 subscribers and then convert them into at least 25%, so at least 250 of them into becoming your email subscribers. Which brings us to phase 3. Which brings us to phase 2. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about email in phase 3. So you really, really want to stay tuned, because that is where the whole strategy comes together and you're going to see how you can actually make money from your YouTube channel from day 1. But before we get to phase 3, you have to do phase 2, which is what are you going to actually do on YouTube? So when you wrote down your 10 topics, the next phase on YouTube is packaging your content. I call this 3 T's. So what you want to do is, for each video topic, you want to know the topic, you want to know the title, and you want to decide on the thumbnail. So you've got to work out the 3 T's for each video and package them so that when somebody sees your content on YouTube, they're like, I need to click on this, right? So that means you've got to package it right. So packaging is, for example, if your topic is your grocery haul video, you could title it My Healthy Grocery Haul, What I Buy for a Week's Worth of Meals for My Family. So you want to have your title, have your keywords in there, and you also want to make it very specific and personal and custom and giving value. So you definitely want to have a title that has that clickability factor and that curiosity factor as well. What do I buy? People want to know, what are you buying, right? And then the thumbnail could be a picture of you with a shopping cart at the store holding a few key ingredients in your hand. So you maybe don't want to actually create the thumbnail, but you want to think about what you want the thumbnail. Does it correspond with the title? Does the title and thumbnail work together? Just thinking through these steps is going to help you to formalize a plan in your head. And it's going to be so much easier to then just go and implement that plan because you already have it written down. Okay, the next part of phase 2 is how will you stretch the gap? So somebody clicks on your video with the title and thumbnail, they start watching your video, and stretching the gap is really about making sure that they stay tuned all the way through your video and watch the entire video. And stretching the gap really means that what you are doing is revealing bits and pieces of information as you go along that builds upon what you've already shared. So you want to basically make people understand that they don't have the full solution yet, but the next part will reveal a bit more. The next part will reveal some other part of the strategy or some other part of what you're doing, right? So they want to stay tuned to get the entire picture, to get the entire solution. So for a grocery haul video, it could be, for example, talking about key ingredients to buy at each aisle, according to aisle. So you could do, okay, first we'll go to the dairy aisle. What are the key ingredients we're going to choose here? Then we're going to go to the meat. Then we're going to go to the fresh produce aisle, right? So they stay tuned because they want to know what to buy on each level. So that is really what stretching the gap means. And finally, you want to talk about and you want to think about call to action. What do you need them to do next? After they are done watching your video, don't leave people hanging. Don't leave them without a clear idea of what should they do next. Now, in this part, you can do two things. You can either tell people to watch another video of yours, which is very easy because you have 10 topics which are all related to each other. So you can send people to different other videos within that playlist, right? So if somebody watches a grocery haul video, then they would love to watch another video on the same playlist called Healthy Ingredients, What to Buy and What Not to Buy, right? So it would make sense. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is to send people to download something cool from you. And that is where phase 3 kicks in, which is getting people off of YouTube and into your email list. All right, if you are enjoying this video so far and you want to get your hands on my YouTube playbook, go down in the comments below and type in YouTube playbook, and I will send you a direct link to download it. Now, before you get to phase 3, you might think, oh, I have my title and my thumbnail, my topic and everything. I'm going to just start filming right now. Now, you could start filming if you already have some experience. You could go straight into production, but I would advise you to hold off filming until you finish phase 3, because phase 3 is really what's going to set you up for that income part of your YouTube channel. And wouldn't it be amazing if you start to make money from day one after you implement phase 3? So stay tuned and don't lose focus just yet. Let's go on to phase 3. So phase 3 also has 3 parts: lead magnet, email nurture sequence, and make an offer. It is not as scary as it might sound. I'm going to walk you through each of these 3 steps. So remember we talked about the problem solution matrix? Well, the lead magnet is simply an extension of that. So somebody has a problem, you have a solution in the form of this playlist with a lot of videos inside it. The next thing they really want to do is be able to implement the information that you have shared. Okay, so you want to take them from information to action. And the lead magnet is really just a way to get people a quick win and give them an action that they can take based on you creating something for them. So a lead magnet is something you give away for free in return for people giving you their email address to grab that something that's for free. So in our example, we could do a checklist, which is healthy ingredients for each aisle. Perfect. As you're shopping, you take that checklist along and you shop for ingredients accordingly. So a checklist, a calendar, a planner, a guide, a template, these are all really, really good first lead magnet ideas. You don't want to get it complicated. You don't want to do a whole video series or a training program as a lead magnet or like a book for somebody to read. Keep it easy, keep it highly consumable, and keep it very, very actionable. If you are concerned about or thinking about, okay, what will be the best lead magnet to start with, think checklist or think some kind of template, a PDF guide that they can download and get to work with right away. Okay, so that is your lead magnet. Now you can offer this lead magnet at the end of every video that is inside that particular playlist. So all 10 videos in that playlist will be relevant to that particular lead magnet. And so that's how you don't have to develop new lead magnets for every single video, right? You can use that one lead magnet for multiple videos wherever it is appropriate. That's the magic of it. Okay, you have your lead magnet. Now you want to send out a nurture sequence. An email nurture sequence is basically, when it boils down to the foundation, it is you send out 3 emails to somebody as soon as they download your lead magnet. And those 3 emails are, number 1 is the welcome email, where you simply say, hey, thank you. And you give them the lead magnet. You can tell them a little bit about who you are. You can give them some information about, what your channel is about. But basically, you're welcoming them into your email inbox and you're giving them the thing that they wanted right away. Okay. The next email you can send out maybe a day later or a week later, depending on your frequency. And you can show them how to use that lead magnet. So here's how to fill this out. Here's how to take this checklist to the store. Here's how I would do this, right? So you give them a little bit of extra help, give them a little bit of guidance, and that YouTube video could live on your channel and you could just direct them, okay, here's the video that helps you to actually implement the lead magnet. So again, the idea is to give more value and show people how to actually use your little product that you developed. And then the third email is simply a question. And you just want to ask people, would you like help with that? Okay. Would you like my help? Do you need some help with this? Can I help you in any way? right? That is the third email that you will send. And when you start to get responses back from people, yes, I'd love some help with that, or, yes, I'd love to, but I'm not really sure what to do next. That is when you go to the third stage, which is to make an offer. And that's when you say, okay, I would love to help you. Here's what I'm thinking. I could create a custom meal plan for the year for you, and we could work together. And you could price it in a million different ways. But what I would recommend is think about what would be suitable based on the value that you're giving. So if you are starting off with, let's say, a VIP one-to-one consulting session, you could start by charging $500 for that. If you are making a year's worth of meal plans, that would be totally appropriate. And since you have 250 people on your email list, if you're doing this strategy the way that I'm teaching it, you're making 30 videos, 1,000 subscribers, 250 people sign up for that lead magnet that you have developed, then the typical conversion percentage is 2%. So you can assume 2% of people are going to be interested in your offer. So let's say that you offer people a consulting session with you to develop their meal plans, for $500, and 2% buy, that's 5 people purchasing your offer at $500, which is $2,500. Not too shabby for your first attempt at monetizing your YouTube channel and actually having an income plan that works for your YouTube channel, right? Okay, so I promised you that you can get the YouTube Playbook if you go to this link that I'm going to share down in the description below, and you can download this entire plan that I just shared with you, and you can fill this entire workbook out for your channel. With this plan, you are now ready to not just create a YouTube channel in 2023, but also start earning money from your YouTube channel from day one. I will see you in the next video.